Hey, happy Monday. I hope that everybody had a safe Halloween and a great weekend. Just a word to the wise, you don't have to eat all of those almond joys in the first week. They'll keep. Don't give yourself a sugar high over all of that. I know it's an influx of candy and it always gets me, and I think that's fine for Halloween night, but then you got to let that rest. Throw it out and give it out at Christmas time. But I've got a couple of updates. We're starting a trial this morning. It's going to be a murder case that is a couple of years old that's coming up. It'll begin. It was a Myrtle Beach case. Begin this morning. There's several hearings that'll go on, like what we call a Jackson v. Deno hearing. Anytime that a person gives a statement to law enforcement, that statement has to be vetted before it could ever be released to the jury, any part of it. So Jackson v. Deno is a pretrial hearing where we make sure that the statement was voluntarily and freely given. That's all that is. There's a lot of other hearings that'll go on this morning. I tell you all that because with the picking of a jury, that usually they get in there around 9:30 or 10. The judge will go through qualifying those jurors. It's about 200 of them. And then they will pick a jury of 12 with a couple of alternates. That takes a little bit of time, but we're usually through by 12. Lunch, then we'll do 2 or 3 pretrial issues, and we probably won't start this murder case today, Monday, but it'll start either late this afternoon with opening statements or Tuesday morning, and then we'll try to get it in with Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, maybe a little bit into Friday, and then we'll update you next week as the turnout of it. I've got a couple of cases from last week that we already had put out, and hopefully a little bit deeper dive here. In Georgetown, on the brink of trial, we had a plea to Claylan Rutledge, 37 of Georgetown. He pled Monday at the beginning of the trial term to trafficking in fentanyl, 4 grams to 14 grams. So it's one of the smaller amounts, but for trafficking weight. But Mr. Rutledge, 37, got 10 years in prison, and Angela Lane represented the state on that, did a really good job, was ready to go forward with the case, but it pled. And, you know, fentanyl's a really bad drug, and the judges usually punish that differently than some of the other drugs. You know, the statutory schemes are already there, but if you have been watching any at all, you know that fentanyl is something that is usually mixed with heroin. It's another opioid, a very strong opioid, and it is a big part of the reason that so many people die or overdose. It's said to be about 40 times stronger than heroin. So you put a little bit in and it changes the whole molecular structure. In another case that didn't get any recognition, and that's okay, there was Kayvon Lawhorn, 26 of Myrtle Beach. He pled guilty to involuntary manslaughter. That was a situation at a club in Myrtle Beach where there was an argument, and Lawhorn pulled a gun and shot at another person. He missed that person and hit a person that he was there with, Starquan Washington, and Starquan was killed as a result of that. Early on in the process, the magistrate said this is not murder, as the police charged it, and lowered the charge to involuntary manslaughter. So that means accidental shooting. And Lawhorn pled guilty to that and received 5 years. So that is I tell you all the time, each one of these cases are different. Each one of them have a lot of twists and turns to it. And yes, in this case, a guy got more time for drugs than shooting, but the charge was reduced not by us but by a judge to involuntary manslaughter or accident, and that was the most time he could have gotten. I hope y'all have a great week. We'll come back and let you know about this other murder trial next Monday.